Nvidia invested $1 billion into the company. The company that once dominated cell phone is positioning itself to become one of the biggest winners of the AI networking revolution. The company is Nokia. The ticker NOK. Let's break it down. Analysts are turning more bullish, and the company recently raised its outlook for one of its fastest-growing businesses. That's not something struggling companies do. That's something growth companies do. The biggest story? Artificial intelligence. As AI data centers expand, somebody has to connect all that compute. And that's where Nokia comes in. The company has become a major player in AI networking, cloud infrastructure, Open RAN, private 5G, and eventually 6G. In fact, Nokia recently increased its network infrastructure growth forecast. Previously, management expected growth between 6% and 8%. Now they're projecting 12% to 14%. That's a huge jump, and it tells you demand is accelerating. But things became even more interesting when Nvidia entered the picture. In late 2025, Nvidia invested $1 billion into Nokia, acquiring roughly 2.9% of the company. And this wasn't just a financial investment. The two companies are working together on AI RAN technology, cloud networking, data center switching, and future 5G and 6G infrastructure optimized around Nvidia chips. Think about what that means. Nvidia isn't investing in random telecom companies. It chose Nokia. And for many investors, that served as a massive validation. The partnership itself builds on earlier collaborations around Cloud RAN and machine learning network optimization. Research firms believe the market could grow to roughly $10 billion by 2029. Some forecasts project even larger opportunities over the next decade. Why? Because AI could reduce operating costs by as much as 30%. Networks become smarter, more efficient, more dynamic, and operators around the world are preparing for that future. Nokia is already positioning itself as one of the leaders. Its Open RAN solutions are gaining traction with major telecom operators. Deutsche Telekom recently selected Nokia to deploy thousands of Open RAN base stations in Germany. And across the industry, carriers are adopting Open RAN to reduce vendor lock-in and lower costs. Meanwhile, Nokia remains a top player in private 5G networks, targeting manufacturing, healthcare, transportation, and industrial applications. Basically, all the industry's physical AI will eventually transform. And Wall Street is becoming more optimistic. Argus recently upgraded Nokia to buy, setting a $15 price target. Other analysts have raised their estimates after strong earnings results. But here's the break. The stock has already had a monster run. Technically, shares are becoming extended. Some analysts warn that a lot of the good news may already be priced in. There are still risks: currency headwinds, margin pressure, tariffs, and AI RAN itself remains in the early innings. Commercial deployments aren't expected to really accelerate until 2026 and beyond. Some skeptics even argue the entire AI RAN story is driven more by fear of missing out than by proven economics. And maybe they're right. But history tells us something interesting. The biggest winners are usually built years before the market fully understands them. Nokia spent decades connecting people. Now, it's trying to connect artificial intelligence. And if AI networking becomes as important as many expect, the company, once famous for cell phones, could become one of the most important infrastructure companies of the next decade. Because AI isn't just about chips. It's about everything that connects those chips together. And Nokia intends to be right in the middle of that future. Hit the like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. Do you think Nokia becomes an AI infrastructure winner? Or do you still see it as the phone company from 20 years ago? Because Wall Street seems to be changing its mind.